You are watching the Capital City Sports Network on SGTV.
Hello and welcome to this Saturday's coverage of Gamecock Club Baseball. This is CCSN. I'm Matt Bumbaka alongside the legendary Mike Waddell. Mike, how you doing?
Can't complain.
All right, we're getting ready for a great day of baseball here on this fine Saturday. It's a doubleheader between the UCF Bulls, the University of South Florida, against this great Gamecock baseball team. We got Aaron Goulabon on the mound to start off the game in this first game of the doubleheader. Mike, what are you expecting from the Gamecocks today?
Well, the Gamecocks, like we saw last week when they struggled against Coastal Carolina, pitching is obviously going to be key. One of the big things that we saw on both sides of the mound in that game was first pitch strikes. Pitchers on both sides were coming into every at-bat starting 1-0, and offenses on both sides made them pay dearly for it. So it's going to be key for pitchers on both sides to get ahead in the count early.
Yeah, and the leadoff hitter for the Bulls today, Mike, the right fielder, number 52, hit a single out to left field, actually out to center, and they have a runner on first. Leadoff hit to start the inning for the Bulls. Goulabon deals a strike to Anthony, the center fielder for UCF.
Oh, beauty there. He just snapped it off.
And Anthony drops down a bunt down the third base line. Mastronardi for the Gamecocks makes the play. Moves the runner over for the Bulls. We got a runner on second base, and Goulabon actually got the win in the first game against Clemson 2 weeks ago. Pitch had a nice start. Only gave up 2 runs.
Full 7?
He went full 7.
That's the way to go.
And a little bit of trouble here to start the game with a runner in scoring position already and 1 out. Breaking ball hit the short. Nice backhand by Barnardine, making the second out of the inning.
What a breaking ball there by Goulabon. Hitter was looking for something right over the plate. Ends up grounding it straight into the ground, right to short. And Gamecocks have 2 away. Runner for South Florida can't make it to third.
Yeah, nice backhand play by Alex Barnardine there. Nice stop. And Goulabon's got 2 outs here in the top of the first. First pitch, strike. Nice fastball.
He's been bringing the heat so far.
After allowing that first pitch hit, he seems to have settled in as we got another ground ball to short. Barnardine makes the play. And after allowing that first hit, 3 up, 3 down, 4 batters for the Bulls. The top of the first is over. We'll be back to see the Gamecocks in the bottom half of the inning. All right, we are back here for the bottom of the first, and we have Alex Conlon on the mound for the UCF Bulls. It is still, what's up?
Sorry, I had to correct you there. It's USF.
Okay. Did I say UCF?
You did.
Okay, yeah, we are playing USF, University of South Florida. You know who's an alumni from USF? Jason Pierre-Paul, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive end.
Didn't know that.
Lamondola steps into the box to lead off for the Gamecocks as he sees ball 1. And Conlon works a strike with a fastball inside half of the plate.
It doesn't look like he has as much zip on as Goulabon, but managed to get that one to fall off the table just a bit.
And that breaking ball misses just outside. Yeah, I think a key for Conlon is keeping that ball low, because once it stays high, it could be a real problem. And he misses high there. Count moves to 3-1.
And that could be trouble. He's got Cam Bodie right behind Lamondola. Bodie had an excellent performance against Coastal.
Works a fastball on the outside corner. Works the count to full. That's something you want to see out of your leadoff hitter, making the pitcher work. And he goes down swinging.
That was a nice Very nice pitch there by Conlon. Got just at far enough inside. Lamandole reached forward a little bit with a barrel and couldn't get it. And that'll bring up Cam Bodie for the Gamecocks.
And Conlon throws a first pitch strike.
I placed that one very nicely just on the inside corner, a little bit above the knee. Always hard for a hitter to get to that one.
And that one's high for ball one. Oh, curveball. Just tipped by Body for strike two. It's Cam Body, right? Cam Bodie?
I've heard Bodie, Body. Could go either way, I guess.
Fly ball out to right. They're calling for it. Center fielder makes the play. That is Anthony for the UCF Bulls. And 2 up, 2 down. EJ Mastronardi steps up to the plate. EJ is the best hitter for this Gamecock offense, and hopefully he could get start a spark for this Gamecock offense.
Oh, they could use it. I mean, Collins fought back against both batters he's seen so far. Started off a bit slow, but he seems to be finding his groove.
And that curveball in the opposite batter's box there, missed pretty wide right.
Oh, he's getting excellent movement on it, but can't seem to get it over the plate so far.
Fastball misses outside as well. Count moves to 2-0. And that's a high fastball. Mastronardi looking at a 3-0 count. Wonder if the Gamecocks give him the green light here. And he sees ball. Strike one.
It looked like it could have been a little outside. He was smart not to take it. Always got to take the pitch on a 3-0 count, but tough one to lay off, I guess.
Hop up. Headed for the bleachers. Just out of play.
A little closer, I would have been heading for that one.
And the count moves to 3-2.
Once again, Conlon's been fighting back excellently so far against this Gamecock offense. He's been behind in every at-bat he's seen so far, but every time he's come back.
And that's a high fastball for ball 4. And the Gamecocks get their first base run of the game. EJ Mastronardi works a walk, and now Hansen steps up to the plate. Now Conlon works from the stretch and misses low for ball 1. Mike, you think Mastronardi might just try and steal second here?
Well, if he's working from the stretch, it's going to be difficult, but one thing you got to look at is he's got a bit of a short lead there. Doesn't seem to be indicating that he's going, but USF, the second baseman, definitely has him on watch. Might as well go for it with 2 down, but
you never know.
We'll have to see. Conlon keeps working from the stretch. It's going to be very difficult to make up that 90 feet.
Hansen fouls off a ball. Count moves to 2-1. High fastball from Conlon. Be nice to see the Gamecocks get a little aggressive on the base pass, but doesn't seem like Mastronardi's looking to take second base.
Well, he might just be trying to draw Conlon's eye away from home plate.
And it looks like he's doing that. Another ball from Conlon in the dirt. And Mastronardi takes off for second, and he's gone. Oh! Wow, called safe on the slide, and he takes second base.
A very close play there. Excellent throw from behind the plate. Looked like Mastronardi might have slid into the tag, but he's awarded second base. And he's out to a big lead from second now.
Well, that's a balk, it looks like to me, sir. Didn't call it on the throwback. Bobbled out into short center field. Mastronardi stays on second base.
That was a great spin move by Conlon. Whether it was legal or not is definitely up for debate, but Mastronardi doing a good job of trying to get him to worry a bit and distract him from Hansen.
Yeah, it seems like he's gotten in his head just a little bit as Hansen works the walk. And now the Gamecocks have 2 runners on for Herfeld. Herfeld with the No Better walk-up song. 2 runners on and a big breaking ball from Conlon for strike 1.
As far as walk-up music, I haven't seen that one used, but it's a novel idea, I guess, for Herfeld. Mastronardi way away from second again.
Goes for that pickoff move again. He didn't throw it over to second, but making sure Mastronardi's not going anywhere.
I doubt he's going to be going for it here. Second baseman well away from second, shortstop not backing up.
Yeah, another big breaking ball from Conlon, and that misses as well. The count moves to 2-0 for Herfeld. And a high fastball. It's 3-0 with 2 ducks on the pond for Herfeld. Oh, actually it's 2-1. And that big breaking ball gets Herfeld to swing and miss.
And the Bulls really got to be careful with the ball. As you saw there, throw back to the mound well over Conlon's head. 1 pickoff move was dropped into the outfield. They really got to be careful with throwing around the ball so far. It could cost them a run if they do it again.
Strikes him out.
Wow.
On a high pitch. Got him swinging. Gamecocks leave 2 stranded, and we're headed to the top of the second. Be back right after this break. All right, we're back here for the top of the second. Aaron Goulabon getting ready to throw another inning for the Gamecocks. And he misses high fastball, ball 1. Shortstop Rossback is up for the USF Bulls. Goulabon deals a strike, and it's 1-1. High fastball. Count moves to 2-1. Goulabon throwing that fastball heavy today. Heavy goes to the fastball.
Oh, well, he's gotten good zip on it so far.
Yeah, definitely popping the glove. And he gets a swing and a miss on it right there.
I doubt if Rossback even saw that one.
He's got him with 2 strikes here. Goulabon goes with a breaking ball, hit to third, and the Gamecocks make the play. That was E.J. Mastronardi out at third, making the play. Made it look easy. 1 up, 1 down here at the top of the second. And Shorty, the DH for the Bulls, is up right now.
What is that, German?
Fouled straight back for strike 1.
Right over our cameraman, Vincent Arceo. Got very lucky that he didn't get grazed by that one.
And another chopper out to third. Mastronardi makes the easy play again. And that's 2 up, 2 down. Goulabon using that breaking ball to get some ground balls and making it easy for his fielders.
It's been working. It's been working so far, as we saw on I think it was all 3 outs that he got in the first. They've been driving it straight into the ground every time, getting it to second or third usually, and hasn't been giving him any trouble so far.
Yeah, it seems like Goulabon has his stuff today. Starting off with the fastball, commanding it, and then working that breaking ball to get ground ball outs. And then there it is, another strike from Goulabon. Count is 1-1 to the catcher for the USF Bulls, Brian. And there's that high breaking ball, fouled off. And now he's got 2 strikes on him.
It looked like he was sitting on that one. He was ready for it, but swung at his eyes just about. Always hard to get that one into
he reached
one like
for
that
that
for
one.
the field, into the field to play.
Brian wears a pretty strange number at 61. You don't see that very often.
Only one that comes to mind outside of football would be Rick Nash, the Boston Bruins. Obviously not baseball, but yeah, gone a long way from where the game was in the teens and 20s when it was simply 1 through 9.
This lefty-on-lefty matchup has been a little tough for Gulban. Probably the best at-bat from a Bull we've seen all day. Works to count to 3-2. Fouled off a couple pitches here. And he grounds one just foul over the first base side.
And very fortunate there. If that one had worked its way inside the bag into right field, could have been an easy single there. Possibly a double if he managed to get it off the foul line and into the corner.
Yeah, it looks like Brian has been on Gulban's stuff so far, this at-bat.
Well, Gulban with 2-2 count tried to get him swinging at his eyes again. Didn't work.
See if he goes low. There's that big breaking ball, and he works the walk. Just missed outside. And the Bulls have their first run of the inning. And they're going to have a pinch runner here. Yeah, catcher Brian is going to go back in and put the pads on. Number 29 comes out to pinch run for him. High fastball off Hansen's glove, and that's an easy second base for the pinch runner for the USF Bulls.
It's going to be key for Gulban not to lose his cool here. It was a tough at-bat he just got through, but he's been in control so far. That one, though, well away from Hansen's reach, all the way, goes back all the way to the backstop.
And there's that commanding fastball by Gulban. Gets it right back for first strike.
And he might want to just think about throwing 2 more of those with a man in scoring position. He's got to have an out here.
And there it is, fastball again for strike 2. And the first baseman, number 14, Nick, for the USF Bulls, is in a 1-2 hole. And there's a hit a liner out into the parking lot. He put a good bat on that ball. That could have been scary if you put it in play.
Frozen rope about chest high. If you put that thing into right, Bulls would be up 1-0 right now.
High fastball. The count moves to 2-2. That big curveball by Gulban gets him looking. USF leaves a runner stranded in scoring position. And we're still tied up here going into the bottom of the second. We'll be back right after this break. All right, leading off the bottom of the second here is Alex Barnardine, shortstop for the Gamecocks. And he looks at a high curveball for ball 1 from Conlon. And Conlon throws a nice fastball, gets Barnardine swinging for strike 1.
That seems to be what's working for Conlon and Gulban so far. Been leaning on the curveball quite a bit. The fastball is what is getting the batters to swing, and most of the time miss. As you can see, we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the second.
And a pitch outside from Conlon. Another one low. Count moves to 3-1 for Barnardine. One thing you see with Conlon is he's he's quick in between pitches.
Yeah, he's not giving any time to rest between swings. That one is fouled back by Barnardine. But yeah, he's trying not to give him too much time to think, too much time to rest. He's just making him get up there and swing the bat.
And Barnardine fouls one down the third base line. Barnardine lines one out to center field for a single. And Luke Carlson, the lefty, coming up for the Gamecocks with a leadoff hit.
I'm sorry, I gotta question the walk-up music here. I'm biased and not an ABBA fan, but of all the songs he picked, Dancing Queen, I'm sorry. That's just a disgrace to the game of baseball there.
Carlson clearly worried about that runner on first. Just tried to pick off Barnardine over at first. Looks like he's going to be trying to run.
Colin should be thankful that Barnardine didn't end up with a double there. Center fielder made a great play on it, getting it on the one hop to hold him at first.
That was a nice play. Barnardine takes the lead off first. Carlson fouls off the first pitch here. And he lines one down the first base line. They say it's fair. Barnardine going to third. And Luke Carlson gets a single. Back-to-back singles for the Gamecocks. And it looks like they got something brewing with runners on the corners for Paul Kashak, right fielder.
Gamecocks were incredibly lucky that one stayed inside the lines. Looked like it hopped over first base. It's exactly where you want to put it if you're trying to put it down the right field line. So they now have men on the corners with none out.
Kashak digs in. Collins sets and deals and throws a strike right on the outside corner. Nice pitch.
Well, the breaking ball has fooled a few hitters so far, but what seems to be getting the strikes for both of these guys so far is the fastball. Had trouble getting the breaking ball over the plate.
And Carlson takes off for second, and with the bobble down over at second base, he is safe.
And once again, the Bulls are having a lot of trouble keeping the balls in their gloves.
Way to force the issue by Kashak there. Now there's no force at second, and you got runners on second and third for, well, actually, that was Carlson that took off for second. Kashak puts one out to right field, and this could be a sac fly opportunity. Barnardine takes off from third. And we got our first run of the ball game, folks. That is one run for the Gamecocks. And Carlson moves over to the third. RBI sac fly by Paul Kashak.
It was a great throw from right field, unfortunately, well off the plate. Plenty of mustard on it, but on that kind of throw, you got to get it directly to the catcher if you're going to have any chance of stopping the run at home. They can't get it done, and the Gamecocks have a 1-0 lead.
Kris Bender digs in with a runner on third. Left fielder, Kris Bender. Looks at a breaking ball strike from Conlon. And he puts one out to right field, and that brings in Luke Carlson for the second run of the ball game. That's 2 runs here in the bottom of the second for the Gamecock offense, and only one out.
And that's bad timing for USF as the top of the Gamecock batting order comes back to the plate. Number 30, Alex Lamandola now. Chance to break this game wide open for South Carolina with a man on first and no one down.
And Conlon tries to pick off Bender over at first, but Bender gets back there safely. Bender tries to take off for second, High fly ball out to right. He's going to have to come back. They try to double him off, but that throw is wide right, and he is fine.
And not a great piece of base running there by Bender. He was just a couple feet away from second base by the time that one was caught. Might have had a chance at least going for second. Would have been tough, obviously, with a throw from right center, but very well could have been taken out from right field on that one as Cam Bodie walks to the plate.
Bender takes off for second, and he's in there. Thought about taking off for third for a second, but that ball didn't get far away from the second baseman.
I think the Gamecocks are going to be trying to steal as many bases as they can now. They have it figured out. Their catcher's having a lot of difficulty getting it over to second. And so far, second baseman has had trouble catching it. Seems to be that every throw is bouncing a couple feet in front of the base. It looks like they're going to be very aggressive on the base pass.
Body puts one over to the left side and is safe over at first base. A nice play by Ross back over at short, but Cam Body beats it out.
Oh, he turned on the Jets there. Great liner between second and third. Anywhere else, that might have been a ground out, but Bodie turns on the Jets and takes first base. Excellent play there by Cam Bodie.
And now we got runners on the corners for E.J. Mastronardi, the 3-hitter in this Gamecock lineup. Pitch outside. Cam takes second, and Bender walks in from third base. That increases the Gamecock lead to 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Easy run for the Gamecocks there with a double steal.
Well, that's a sign for things to come. I mean, the Gamecocks now know they're going to be able to take bases almost at will here.
Big curve ball from Conlon. That misses. And Mastronardi is sitting with a 2-0 count. That ball's high. Moving the count to 3-0. E.J. Mastronardi looking for that right pitch to hit.
And no action in the Bulls bullpen so far. But if Conlon keeps up like this, it's going to be difficult to justify him staying in for the third.
Mastronardi looks at ball 4, and he takes first base. Got runners on second and first for Andrew Hansen, catcher.
Honestly, that walk could be a blessing for the Bulls if Conlon can manage to get the next batter to ground out. They could use a double play here. Even if the runner gets to third, they really need 1 or 2 outs here. And that's my mistake. There are 2 down. But they could use a force out wherever they go. And visit to the mound by the Bulls coach, and it looks like Conlon's going to stay in the game.
Yeah, they need him to get out of this inning. He has labored a little bit, giving up 3 runs so far. And catcher Andrew Hansen digs in for the Gamecocks with a runner on second and first. He fouls one straight back. Vince, that right into the bleachers, almost hit somebody. And went right into the sun.
I want to try to catch that thing and be my guy.
It went right into the sun. Couldn't see it for a second. Yeah. Conlon steps off the mound. Cam Body making him
That's his baseball, man.
distracted. And Conlon with that high breaking ball misses. Conlon is definitely distracted with Cam Body over at second base. He's making him think twice about what he's doing.
And who wouldn't be Bodie, one of the fastest base runners in this South Carolina team. And they have had their way with the Bulls defense so far. Have stolen several bases, even used a double steal to get Bender home.
And the umpire calls time. Conlon throws that fastball for a strike. Nice pitch by Conlon. It was big for him to get back in this at-bat. High breaking ball. Hansen putting together a quality at-bat. Cam takes off for third, and Mastron already took off for second, but they make the play at first. Hansen grounds out to third base, and the Gamecocks put up 3 runs here in the bottom of the second. They got a big lead. Goulbon coming out for the top of the third. We'll be back right after this break. And we're back for the top of the third. The number 9 hitter, second baseman Allen, is digging in for the USF Bulls. Gamecocks put up 3 runs last inning. Allen tries to drop a bunt down the first base line. And Luke Carlson drops that over at first base.
That was a great defensive play there by Goulbon. Attacked the bunt.
Yeah,
made
got
a
off the
great
mound
throw
quick.
to first, absolutely. But that one just didn't quite pan out. Just dropped it first. And the Bulls have a runner aboard here to lead off the third and bring up the top of the order.
With a high fastball, misses for ball 1. Allen looks like he can take off there from first base. Fouled back by Mike.
Well, the Bulls have seen what South Carolina can do on the base paths. They're probably thinking about just getting into it themselves. Gamecocks now ahead 3-0. And Bulls know they're going to need to get around the bases quickly here.
High curveball doesn't really break.
Batters have struggled against Goulbon so far, so they're going to be needing to get into scoring position any way they can.
Goulbon steps off. And he throws over to first, trying to keep Allen in check. Fouls one off to the right side. Carlson tries to go grab it, but a little too far away. Aaron Goulbon's got 2 strikes here on the right fielder for the USF Bulls. Put him away with this pitch. Goes to check over at first. Diving back is Allen.
He's trying to let him know that they're not going to do to him what Goulbon's colleagues have done to Conlon so far.
High fastball misses, and that works the count to full for the leadoff hitter for the Bulls. There's that fastball for strike 3. 1 out. Runner on first. Nice pitch by Goulbon.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. You could hear that one a mile away. Goulbon's fastball has been his bread and butter so far. Breaking balls fooled a few, but when he's been striking them out, it's generally been chest-high fastball on a rope, and he gets that one there.
Anthony digs in for the Bulls, and there's that big breaking ball for a strike. First pitch breaking ball. Interesting from Goulbon, but throws a strike there.
Well, it's the best time to do it. I mean, if It ends up off the plate. Batter's not necessarily ahead in the count.
And that high fastball misses. Gulban, a senior, trying to go out with a bang here. He's pitched pretty well all season, and I wouldn't say it's much of a stretch calling him the ace of this Gamecock staff.
Well, if the first couple innings are any indication, he definitely will be going out with a bang here. It's almost spotless so far, frustrating the Bulls at every turn, as that one is fouled into the dirt.
Gulban goes with the old school classic high sock look. Actually, a couple players on this Gamecock team does. And there's that fastball that strikes out center fielder Anthony for the Bulls, and that's 2 down. Gulban, Mike, he's dealing.
They're throwing like a radio. They're hearing them. They're not seeing them so far, though, for the South Florida. Just can't touch that Gulban fastball today.
And he's working it inside and outside on both sides of the plate. Goes to check over Allen at first.
I'm surprised Allen hasn't gone for it yet. He probably will here, though, with 2 outs. Got a big league and looks like he's ready to go. Gamecock's second baseman not even close to the bag.
Yeah, but Gulban's not letting him get a free pass here. Checks him over again. Sets and deals, misses outside for ball 1. Third baseman, number 5 for the Bulls, and number 3 hitter, Chad, digs in. And he looks at a high breaking ball from Gulban that is a called strike.
Might have been the one to swing at. The one not moving, and Gulban didn't get too much movement on. He got to fall a little bit.
Just into the strike zone.
Exactly, but likely not as much as he wanted.
And that one is roped over to the USF Bulls dugout. Bulls making light of it as if they almost got hit.
Well, a couple feet lower and definitely.
Somebody's hurt.
Yeah, might have landed in someone's chest instead of out in the farmland.
Beautiful day here at Heathwood.
Oh, certainly
Not a cloud in the sky.
Great day for baseball in Columbia. Gamecocks, well, the Gamecocks varsity team taking on LSU at Founders Park. First pitch at 4. Demolished the number 19 Tigers last night by a final of 11-0. Logan Chapman with only 2 hits and no runs in 6 2/3 innings.
And that is fouled straight back. Chad putting together a nice at-bat against Gulban. He's fought off a couple pitches here. Gulban looking to put him away to end the top of the 3rd. And there's that fastball. That was his put-away pitch, but Chad fights it off. Stays alive for another pitch.
That would be big if Gulban could have a shutout through 3. Since they play only 7 innings, Gamecocks take a 3-run lead heading into the 4th. That would be big.
There's a big sweeping breaking ball for strike 3, and Chad sits down, clearly frustrated as he throws the helmet and bat. Gulban strikes him out, and that's 3 scoreless for him. The Gamecocks still lead 3-0. We'll be right back.
And the second baseman, Brendan Hairfelt, leading it off here in the bottom of the 3rd for South Carolina. And he lines that one into left, just inside the line. He'll round second. Throw comes in from left field, and Hairfelt in there with a stand-up double. So Airfeld leads things off with a double. That'll bring up the shortstop, Alex Barnardine, for South Carolina. And USF's pitching troubles continue as they trail South Carolina 3-0. And Barnardine looks at ball one. That one well outside in the same spot as ball one. Barnardine goes for it though. Couldn't have reached that one with a broomstick, however, and it'll be 1-1. Breaking ball there. Barnardine once again just can't reach it. And I'll work the count to 1-2. Airfelt away from second again. And Barnardine tips that one to the backstop, but he stays alive, still 1-2 count. And Barnardine will sit down after looking at strike three.
And Luke Carlson, first baseman for the Gamecocks, digs in with a runner on second. Pitch outside by Conlon. And that pitch gets away from him here, and that's a free base for Herfeld. He moves over to third.
I'm telling you, it's gone from bad to worse for the Bulls here. Managed to get that one out, but now man on third. Still down 3 here in the bottom of the third. Offense just can't get anything going.
They bring the infield in, and they make the play at home. He dropped it, and they call him safe. Brought the infield in, got the ground ball over to second.
And Airfeld looks like he could. Oh, my. And Airfeld's hurt.
Got a bloody nose after sliding head first into home.
Well, he got the run, though, to put South Carolina ahead 4-0, but oh, just dripping blood as he's walking back to the dugout. And you could see it as soon as he stood up. Just got in, didn't beat the tag, but it was dropped by the catcher. He got in to touch home plate for the run, but got his nose in the dirt, stood up, and just instantly started dripping blood.
Clear example of the Gamecocks putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this game, increasing their lead to 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. And that pitch by Conlon misses low. Conlon hasn't had a bad start, but his real struggles come with when runners are on the base paths. They just...
His control is just dissipated. Part of the problem is every time the Gamecocks have not been caught stealing yet. First one was, I'd say, a questionable call. Throw decisively beat South Carolina runner, but they're still taking second base at will.
And those runners on. Oh, foul ball to the third base side.
Nice grab by the Gamecocks third base coach there, barehanded.
And these base runners have put the pressure on Conlon all day, forcing him to make these errant throws. And that big breaking ball misses low, and Carlson takes second, standing up.
He walked in there. There was no throw from behind the plate. And the Gamecocks in full control of this game offensively now.
Carlson's got to be careful of taking too big of a lead. Conlon works his leg kick and turnaround. walks K-Shack. And now left fielder Kris Bender comes up to the plate with 2 runners on.
And last time up, Bender worked his way around to third and then
Came across the score.
Oh, he walked in basically on the double steal as soon as the throw went to second, came in. Very easy run for South Carolina. Struck that one out. Yeah, he struck Bernard out.
Yeah. 1 out here for Bender, and they look to make the double play. Call him out on the tag, and the double play is completed by Chad for the USF Bulls. They leave 2 runners stranded. Bender grounds into a double play. Big play there for the Bulls. Conlon finally catches a break, but Gamecocks put across another run, increasing their lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the 4th, and Aaron Goulabon is ready to take the mound again. We'll be back right after this break. And we're back as Aaron Goulabon gets ready to take the mound here for the top of the 4th, facing off against the left fielder Mitch for the USF Bulls. 4-0 lead so far for the Gamecocks. Goulabon dealing and pitching with a nice, comfortable lead. Throws a first pitch fastball just low for ball 1. Mike, it's been that fastball that has been the key to Aaron Goulabon's great start so far today, and there it is again for a strike.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Bulls have been just waving at it all afternoon. He's been going to the breaking ball occasionally, but
and effectively.
Oh, definitely. But fastball has been what has been getting. Fastball has definitely been what has been getting them to swing and miss, and in some cases look at strike 3, and that has given his offense considerable confidence and allowed them to get out to a quick 4-0 lead.
There's another strike from Goulabon. With 310 on both left and right field poles and 365 out to dead center, I still have not seen a home run here at Heathwood High. And what a play by the right fielder. Paul K-Shack for the Gamecocks makes a leaping catch on a nice line drive out to right.
And beautiful defensive play there by K-Shack to save a sure double, possibly triple. Wow, what a grab there.
Goulabon getting some help from behind him all day today. And there's that sweeping curveball just inside. That fastball for a strike has been the key for Goulabon. There it is again. Count moves to 1-1. Catches the inside corner with that fastball for another strike.
Oh, I'm telling you, Ross Back's going to have to get the bat off his shoulder with this next one.
And he forces a swing on strike 3. Pitches in the dirt. Hansen makes the play for another out at first, and that's 2 up, 2 down here at the top of the 4th. As they throw it around, Master and Artie can't get to one, and that goes over to the third base dugout. What a play by Paul K-Shack, though, out in right field. That definitely, like you said, could have been a double, maybe even a triple.
Oh, that one easily would have been all the way back to the fence for South Florida. But excellent leaping grab. Not too far above his head. Not necessarily one you need to stretch for, but hopped up just far enough to reach it. And
made the fantastic play. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely want a web gem from this game.
Oh, certainly.
K-Shack. Sorry, Goulabon. Misses outside. And the DH, Shorty, number 25. Looks at a call as strike with that fastball right on the outside corner. Misses just outside, and Gulban, I think, walks his first batter of the day.
Not sure if it's the first, but definitely haven't been many. We saw one inning. He sent them down in order 1, 2, 3, all on strikeouts.
And here's the catcher for the Bulls, number 61, Brian. He put together a good at-bat his last time up. This lefty-on-lefty matchup seems to be a difficult one for Gulban, as that curveball looked like it was going for the head of Brian. Fastball low, and it's quickly 2-0 to the USF catcher. Same thing, another low fastball. 3-0 to number 61.
Gulban's going to have to watch himself here. It's always difficult when you have a commanding lead. You can't get too comfortable, but especially on a field this size where it's 365 in center. And now 2 men on as Gulban walks Brian. So on a field like this, it's obviously very easy to end up with that lead depleting down from 4-1, just one swing. We haven't seen any home runs here today, but as always, it's only 310 feet down the left field line. Certainly a possibility, as the Gamecocks will head out to the mound here.
Going to talk some things over after Gulban walked 2 batters in a row. Going to make sure the Gamecocks get out of this inning unscathed. Probably one of the best opportunities of the day for the Bulls here, as their first baseman, number 14, digs in. That caught him in on the hands as he pops one up, and that hits 2 cars behind us.
He might have knocked in the door to the gas tank with that one.
That is carried out to right, out of play, and now Gulban's got Nick sitting in an 0-2 count after 2 foul balls. Number 14 has put the bat on the ball, just not in play so far. Gulban's got him 0-2. He sets and deals. And Nick hits one foul out to right field again.
I hit the underside of my car with that one, but it's all right. Exactly.
Gulban deals with that big breaking ball. Just misses. He thought he had strike 3.
Been well behind on every pitch he swung at, though, so far.
There's strike 3 on the next one. Caught the outside corner, and Gulban gets out of a jam. Going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. Gamecocks still up 4-0. All right, stepping in for the Gamecocks is the top of the order leadoff man, Alex Lamondola. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Conlon is still on the mound for the Bulls, and he throws a big breaking ball for strike 1. Conlon goes back to the curve and doesn't get the call. It's 1-1 to Lamondola. That pitch is outside by Conlon, and the count moves to 3-1. Lamendola hits one down to third, and it's bobbled over by Chad at third base, and Lamendola finds himself on first base after a hard hit ball to third.
Oh, great one to Lamendola. Hit it right to the third baseman with so much power he couldn't hang on to it. An 11 infield single to bring up number 2 hitter Cam Bodie. Bodie definitely one of the most dangerous players on this Gamecock team offensively. Very fast on the base paths and a very powerful swing.
Lamendola takes off on that first pitch, and he's in there safely. Seems like the Gamecocks have figured out that they can run on Conlon and catcher number 61, Brian, all day today. And I haven't been counting, but that's got to be at least their 5th or 6th stolen base today.
That's been the story of this game. Brian made an excellent throw on their first attempt in the first inning, got it there well ahead of him. Didn't get the call as Bodie fouls that one off. But
right off the end of his bat.
Yeah, but that has been the story of this game. They've been running on this USF team almost at will, and it has definitely helped them out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been the difference, giving them that 4-0 lead, and even a run scored on a double steal. Being aggressive on the base paths has been the key to this Gamecock offense today. And Bodie keeps reaching on that breaking ball, just tipping it right off the end of his bat. He's going far outside to go reach that breaking ball.
Well, certainly needs to sit back and let. Well, I mean, Conlon doesn't really have to throw a strike here now that he's gotten well ahead of him. If he had sat back on those, he would be able to sit back and wait for Conlon to throw one at least a little closer to the strike zone to try for a strike. But Bodie's worked himself into a bit of a hole here.
Oh, Lamendola takes off for third, but Cam Bodie got hit in the head. He's fine, tries to make light of the situation as if he was going to go out.
And Conlon clearly frustrated after that one pitch away from striking out Cam Bodie. Instead, gets him in the helmet.
Oh, and they send Lamendola back to second because it was a hit by pitch. Dead ball after that. Kind of crazy. I thought kind of deserves third, but I understand the rules of the game. Sends him back to second. Conlon quickly throws it back to second, trying to get Lamendola now that he knows that he's trying to take off for third. And E.J. Mastronati steps in for the Gamecocks, and Conlon is clearly worried about Lamendola over at second base.
Well, he's finally gotten to the point where he knows that he can't afford to let Gamecocks have any more free bases. It's gotten them already to a commanding 4-0 lead, and if they push it any farther, South Florida might simply run out of time here, regardless of whether or not they can finally figure out this Gamecock pitching staff.
Andrew Hansen. Oh, no, that's E.J. Mastronati still. He tried to lay down a bunt on a pitch in the dirt.
And not a great move there by Mastronati. Very clearly going for that one all the way into the dirt.
And Conlon throws one into the dirt. Brian just told to eat it by his teammates. Doesn't even make the throw down to third. And that moves both Alex Lamendola and Cam Bodie up a base. Now there's runners on second and third for E.J. Mastronati.
And surprisingly, still no activity in the South Florida bullpen. Of course, it's a long way from Southern. We are a long way from Southern Florida. It's possible the Bulls are working with a skeleton crew. They need to be saving their pitchers for the next couple games. Have one immediately following this one, so it's possible that Conlon's going to be going the full 7 regardless of what happens here.
Yeah, that is very possible. As we see, they have not had anybody warm up yet. And we're going to get a stoppage in play with the Yodeling Kid remix here at Heathwood High.
I managed to avoid it this long, but I figured it would catch up with me eventually. Still have managed, thankfully, to avoid Taylor Swift's cover of September. Never going to be listening to that one. Always been a huge Earth, Wind & Fire fan, and I just believe that is
I'm happy I haven't heard the remix yet. You're right.
an abomination on the music. So that one is fouled back.
Barnardine in a big spot here with 2 runners on. Hopefully he can, with one swing, he can break this game wide open. There are no outs, and Conlon is getting the talking to from the umpire right now.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. Maybe a series of high pitches as we saw. He got Cambodia right in the helmet.
And the Bulls bring the infield in, as we saw earlier in the game.
I'm not sure what the move is here. I mean, we saw Mastronardi go into the bunt, go into a bunting position. If he swings,
Count is full, and I think he'll be swinging.
well, if he swings away here, if it doesn't go right at them, he's going to have an easy standing up hit as he knocks that one into right center.
Short right field. Well, Hamendola's tagging, and he's in there safely. And that increases the Gamecock lead to 5-0 on a sac fly from E.J. Mastronardi.
And a great run there by Lamendola. Throws in there. I got to say the Bulls right fielder has an excellent arm. He's been showing it off today, but Brian got that one. By the time it was there, Lamendola had already touched home. Nothing you can do there.
And Andrew Hansen digs in for the Gamecocks. Cam Bodie dancing around over at second base now that he knows he has all of Conlon's attention. He's been keeping it interesting over at second base all day, and he takes off for third as that ball is hit to third, and Chad can't make the play as it bounces off him. And Hansen safe at first. Runners on the corners for the Gamecocks.
That one could have been very dangerous for South Carolina. If Chad had managed to hang on to that one, he might have had time to tag Bodie as he went by to third and possibly get it to first to throw out Hansen, but no such luck, and the Gamecocks now have men on the corners.
A couple errors for Chad over at third.
Those were both very hard hit balls, very difficult to hang on to.
Took a tough bounce and hit him right in the chest. And Hansen takes second, and here we go with another double steal. And Cam body safe at home. Nice slide. The throw is high. And Hansen takes second. And there it is, another double steal for the Gamecocks, increasing their lead to 6-0.
I got to say, what a slide there by Bodie. Just ducked under Brian's reaching glove by a couple inches as he came in. The throw was there, but managed to get underneath it and give the Gamecocks a 6-run lead.
Allen played that right over at second base. He cut it off early and knew he was going straight for home. But Cam Bodie, just fast enough and with a great slide, gets underneath it. Increasing that Gamecock lead. It is now 6-0. We got one out. And Alex Barnardine is up at the plate. He had a double in his last at-bat. As he fouls one off to the right side into the parking lot. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Barnardine hits one into deep left center. They can't make the play, and that goes all the way to the wall. Barnardine finds himself going back to second, and he's safe. He hits another double, and that brings in a run. That brings in Andrew Hansen from second base, and that increases the Gamecock lead to 7-0 here. It has been officially broken. The Gamecocks have taken over this game, and Alex Barnardine with 2 doubles today. What a shot by Barnardine.
I gotta tell you, first look, I thought that one might have been headed into the trees. Barnardine with a solidly hard hit ball just out of the left fielder's reach. Almost got tagged out at second, just managed to get back in
the
time.
base, yeah. And that is into right center by Luke Carlson. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Barnardine. That just hit that ball into right center. It was Brandon Herfeld that had the double. And it's him that has the 2 doubles today.
And from the looks of it, that's going to be all we're going to have from Conlon today. Bulls finally bringing in a relief pitcher as the Gamecocks complete the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 8 runs for Conlon, and his day is done. They're going to bring in a righty, number 16. We're going to take a short break as we have a pitching change for the USF Bulls. We'll be right back right after this. Luke Carlson digs in for the Gamecocks as we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. It is now 8-0. And Alex Barnardine get picked off over at first base for another out. And now there's 2 outs.
Great pickoff move there by the Bulls pitcher to get Barnardine. They needed that out. They have not been, it's been very tough coming across them here as the Gamecocks have batted around in this inning. That one is fouled off.
And the new Bulls pitcher works from the stretch, number 16. He's got a funky windup, Mike, and it's pretty interesting. It might throw off some of these Gamecock hitters. Nice fastball there. Grounds it out to second, and Allen makes the play. Hanson goes down, and we are headed into the top of the 5th, but not without some damage from this Gamecock offense, breaking this game wide open and increasing their lead to 8-0. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back here at the top of the 5th. Aaron Goulabon is struggling to find the zone right now as the second baseman, Allen, for the USF Bulls is looking at a 3-0 count. And he lays off for strike 1. Goulabon has been dealing all day, and the Gamecocks have found a way to put up a ton of run support for him. First baseman goes to check. Well, the umpire goes to check down the first base line to see if that was a called. Well, was a swinging strike, and it was. Says he went around. Allen finds himself 3-2, and Goulabon strikes him out swinging with a pitch outside. Comes back from 3-0 to get the strikeout. Goulabon, like I said, has been dealing
He's just been untouchable this game. He's been untouchable all afternoon. Excellent job working his way back to that count after tossing 3 straight balls. Gets the hitter to look at strike 1, check swing on 2, and then gets him to swing and miss on 3. And starts out with an 0-1 count here. And he's just been excellent all afternoon for the South Carolina team.
That's a ground ball up in the middle to second base. And Herfeld couldn't make the play.
He made a nice backhanded grab, but throw left a lot to be desired, and the Bulls will finally have a runner aboard. He'll actually go to second as it ran into the dugout. Goulabon peers in for the sign. That's set. Tosses a breaking ball. Didn't quite break enough, and it's lined into left. Throw home from left field, in there. Oh, my word.
And they got him.
What a defensive play by the Gamecocks to save a run. Oh, man. And they get the out. Actually, no, they did not get the out at second. Excuse me. It's still going to be a double for the Bulls.
Gulabon
But
continues to get help
unbelievable.
from his defense, and what a play by Bender out in left field, making that throw home and getting Allen out at, that's not Allen, that was out, but
It was still an unreal throw by Bender. It was a sure run there for the Bulls. Would have been their first, but he gets the throw. Easily might have been 230 feet back to home plate, but well in time. And saves a run for Gulabon. He still has a shutout going with 2 down here in the 5th. That one thrown in there for a ball. Well, a bit behind on this one, but again, still leading 8-0, has plenty of support behind him.
there's a nice inside fastball for a strike by Gulabon. What a throw by Bender out in left field.
It might have been the defensive play of the game. I think it's going to stand up to be. I think it's going to stand up to be just that after we're done with 7 innings.
Even over K-Shack's nice catch out and right earlier today.
Oh, definitely. K-Shack made an excellent grab on that play, but Bender must have tossed that a good 230 to 240 feet back to the plate to Hansen. Got it there well in time to save the run, and could end up very well being reason Gulabon ends up with a shutout today if he does. And as it stands, I think he could very well be looking at that. And that one in the dirt. Bulls will have men on first and second with 2 down. Gulabon throws another walk. That'll be his 3rd in last 2 innings. Showing some signs of fatigue, but still getting excellent backup from his defense here. First pitch low and away, and it'll be 1-0.
Gulabon throws a strike on the outside corner. He's worked out of trouble before, and I think this is no unfamiliar place for Gulabon. He's pitched well all day, but that's not to say that there hasn't been runners on for the Bulls.
Well, they've been getting him aboard. Obviously, the trouble has been bringing him home. But had considerable trouble just getting him over to third. Getting the home has been a non-factor in this game. As Gulabon delivers that one high for ball 2, 2-1.
There's that fastball for a swing and miss, working the count to 2-2.
How many times have we seen that today? The Bulls just whiffing on that fastball.
And there's a breaking ball for strike 3, right down the middle. He throws him up. Aaron Gulabon gets out of another jam, and defense behind him made some plays. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th right after this break.
K-Shack leading off, blasts that one to right. And just foul.
If in play, that would have been a ground rule double. He took that way out to right field.
We got all of that one. K-Shack been having an excellent game today, both at bat and in the field. And he waves it strike 2. That one well outside. He chased it, but couldn't get it.
That was in the lefty's batter's box. But he stays aggressive, lays off that pitch. That one's in the dirt. K-Shack works the count to 2-2. And he fouls one off.
I understand. Yeah, I've been there. I've lost a couple some before.
And K-Shack hits one up the middle on the left side for a single. Leadoff single here for the Gamecocks. And Bender steps up to the plate. Kris Bender just made that awesome outfield assist before this inning, well, in the last half inning.
Well, aside from all the work Gulban's done, Bender is the reason the Gamecocks are still nursing a shutout here in the 5th. An incredible throw from left field to throw out a runner at home in the last inning. Not even sure that one bounced. I'm pretty sure Hansen might have caught it low to the ground, certainly, but I think in the air just a little bit.
And Bender lifts one out to right center field. Right fielder ranges over to make the grab. And K-Shack stays at first. The Gamecocks going back to the top of the order here. Alex Lamandola gets ready to face off against the new pitcher for the Bulls, number 16.
It appears the Gamecocks are going to be sending out a pinch hitter for Cam Bodie behind Lamandola.
Looks like Gulban is going to get a chance to bat as he awaits in the on-deck circle. And K-Shack takes off for second, and he's in there standing.
And once again, Brian not even close to second base with that throw.
Yeah, Brian
Can't really blame him at this point. He's had to rise up and toss so many balls at second base. It's, I mean, probably thwarting MLB catchers' efforts at this point.
Big breaking ball here from the Bulls pitcher in the dirt.
Brian clearly frustrated as he snaps that one right back to the mound.
Yeah, Brian has had to throw the ball around a good amount today as the Gamecocks have been very aggressive on the base paths, but he hasn't been able to get any of them out, and that's why they've stayed aggressive.
Well, the Bulls' defense really hasn't helped them out either. I mean, dropped a number of throws. I think they had one head just about into left center. They've just been helpless to hold the Gamecocks on the bases as Lamandola fouls that one straight back into the backstop.
If it wasn't for that fence, that was coming straight for our heads, Mike.
Definitely.
Could have easily taken one of ours off.
Yep. K-Shack easily would have had third standing up there, but he'll have to head back to second on the foul.
Lamandola. That ball came off the bat with a lot of heat. Sizzling off the bat.
That one low and away, Lamandola looks at it. Still facing a 2-strike count with K-Shack on second and one out.
High fastball Lamandola takes. And it looks like he worked himself a walk.
That'll bring up Gulban with men on first and second.
Gulban getting his first at-bat of the day. I wonder if this is going to change if he comes out to pitch in the top half of the inning.
Oh, it's possible. I mean, he got him this far throwing near perfect 5 innings. Possible that they're going to let him rest for maybe the next game, maybe for tomorrow, as he watches ball one.
Pretty convincing lead as of right now. It is still 8-0, I believe.
Yep, 8-0 at this point.
So the lefty Gulban digs in to face off against number 16 for the Bulls. That pitch is low. He takes that for a ball.
Gulbon reaches for that one, 2-1. That one a little low and away.
Overall, I would say the Gamecocks have been pretty patient at the plate today, making these Bulls pitchers throw, and that has been a big key to their success. Definitely worked a couple of walks on Conlon early. And here, Gulbon making the Bulls pitcher throw.
And it'll go to 3-1. Really, the key to this one has been base running. They've stayed inside Conlon's head basically the whole time that he was on the mound. They had runners on in every single inning. He was helpless to hold them on to where they were. They've stolen an incredible amount of bases. Unfortunately, we don't have a number here as that one's fouled back. Straight back. Barely manages to miss the cars parked between here and the softball field, thankfully. And Gulbon works his way into a full count with 2 men on and 1 down. Kashak takes off, and it doesn't matter as Gulbon will walk and the bases are loaded.
For E.J. Mastronardi. Yeah, Kashak was taken off for third, forcing the issue, and it didn't matter as Aaron Gulbon works a walk in his lone at-bat of the day.
And Brian walks out to the mound, talks with his pitcher, trying to calm him down a bit.
Be interesting to see if the Bulls go to infield in as they typically do, which we've seen so far. But it looks like they're playing straight away, trying to get a double play with Mastronardi up at the plate.
And third baseman coming into the grass a little bit, probably expecting Mastronardi to pull it over to the left. At this point, though, they're probably hoping to just get to the next game, put this one behind them. That one also might have been a little bit outside for Mastronardi, and he works the count to 2-0. Well outside, 3-0 from E.J. Mastronardi. And the Bulls in danger of walking in South Carolina's 9th run of the afternoon.
E.J. looks at a called strike. Mike, if you look at the room down the left field line, right behind the third baseman, their left fielder is playing very far away from that line. Mastronardi works a walk, and that increases the Gamecock lead to 9-0.
At this point, the Bulls are just going to be trying to stop the bleeding after walking one in, already down 8 runs. It has gone from bad to worst for them this afternoon.
Catcher Andrew Hansen getting a little talking to from the third base coach before he steps up to the plate. Big spot here. Bases are still loaded. And there's only 1 out, correct, Mike?
I believe so.
Steals home. And Alex Lamendola steals home to mercy rule the USF Bulls. That is 10 runs after 4. And it looks like the Gamecocks just mercy ruled the USF Bulls here in the opening game of this doubleheader.
I tell you, Brian's not happy as he's taking off his gear, threw his mask at the dugout. Got to be fierce. It's possible that he just let Lamendola take it to simply to get on to the next game. I'm not sure, but either way, that's going to do it. The Gamecocks take this one 10-0 in 5 innings.
What a way to end the game on a stolen base. That was the key to the game here for the Gamecocks, and just poetic justice to end it on a stolen base at home. Alex Lamendola ends it here for the Gamecocks. It was a 10-0 mercy rule over the USF Bulls. For Capital City Sports Network, I'm Matt Mbaka.
I'm Mike Waddell.
We'll see you guys next
You're
time.
watching the Capital City Sports Network on SGTV.